Hello, beautiful souls. It's Emily with Twins in Union. I hope that everyone is doing well. I am back once again with a Twin Flame Collective reading for us to look at the energies of this powerful full moon in Aries that we have going on. Really quick, I just want to, as always, start by saying a quick thank you and express my gratitude to all of my new subscribers, my longtime loyal subscribers. If you're new, welcome and thank you for stopping by. Thank you to all of my beautiful clients who have booked readings with me, coaching sessions, channeled paintings. I so love serving you and supporting you in your journey. And a special thank you to you beautiful souls who have offered up donations to my channel. It really warms my heart and it means a lot to me to know how much you value and appreciate these readings that I'm sharing on YouTube. So thank you so much. And yeah, I think that wraps it up for the thank yous. So getting back to this full moon in Aries, this is a very powerful full moon. Aries is demonstrated or represented by the ram, and it's masculine energy. It's ruled by Mars, so it is all about forward movement, moving forward powerfully. It's a fire sign, so it's all about taking action and creating and manifesting ambition, drive, assertive energy. So yeah, very powerful. And Mars is also about implementing our plans. And Mars was retrograde all summer, so it's kind of that energy of really mulling over what we want to create and what our plan and our strategy is going to be. And so now it's really starting to implement that and get into action and make it happen. So as far as when this full moon is at its peak, on September 24th at 10:52 Eastern Time, that would be New York time in the US. It is at 3:52 a.m. London time on the 25th. So just depending on where you live, it's either the 24th or the 25th. And Aries is also the first sign in the zodiac. So we just had that Pisces full moon at the end of August. So there was just a lot of energy of completing old cycles and releasing old patterns, emotional patterns, mental patterns that were not serving our highest good. Even I feel like a lot of past life cycles just really being released and completely closing out. So lots of completion energy with that full moon. And then this full moon is all about the new beginning and getting into action and really making things happen. And I really feel this energy that this is like the dawn of a new era, just a whole huge new cycle that we're moving into. So it's very powerful, and the cards are really showing this. This is a really, really amazing, beautiful spread, and yeah, I'll get into that in just a little bit. I'm still kind of blown away by it, but yeah. So let's see. We've also just moved out of Virgo season and into Libra season, and so Virgo, September's energy, it was pretty intense. Lots of mental energy and a lot of discernment, and I feel like for the divine feminine, a lot of head heart stuff. And Virgo is also the sign of the hermit. So I feel like a lot of us were really pulling back. So there was this energy of separation and longing and just feeling the separation, feeling the pain of separation and feeling the longing. And at the same time, it was that hermit energy of pulling back and going within and finding the light of the soul within, finding the answers within, getting clarity from within, from our soul. And I feel like for the Divine Feminine, there was a lot of energy around discernment and questioning, and I feel like it really was supporting the Divine Feminine in seeing her value and getting clear on what it is she really wants and knowing that she's really worthy of that. And for the Divine Masculine, I feel like it really allowed him to start to open and soften his heart. And I feel like that's one thing that I feel like for the Divine Feminine, the separation is challenging for her because she falls in love through the physical aspect, through feeling her masculine by her side and having conversations with her masculine and being in each other's presence. The masculine energy, on the other hand, tends to feel closeness and intimacy through distance and time apart, which is really challenging, and it's just part of the polar opposites in the duality. And so we've really been in this energy of duality, and this time, this separation period and this time of being in hermit mode has supported the masculine in feeling the longing and noticing missing his feminine. And this is actually creating more of a sense of intimacy for him and energies of opening his heart and falling in love. And as a feminine, it's hard for us to understand that, but I think when we remember that, it can help bridge that gap between the feminine and the masculine. And with this full moon in Aries, the other aspects of the planets are also really beautifully supporting us in this. And so we have the sun in Libra now, which is all about love and relationships and balance. So a lot of energy of harmony and balance coming in. And we also have the planets Mars and Venus are coming into alignment. So Mars is the masculine energy planet and Venus is the feminine energy planet. And they are coming into alignment and bringing in even more amplified harmony and harmonious energies between the masculine and the feminine. So it's very powerful and very beautiful. And what else was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, the equinox. So we just had the equinox on September 22nd. So that is more energy of the balancing, and it's when the day, which represents the masculine energy, when the sun is at its strongest, and then the night, the yin feminine energy, they are both at the same amount of night, same amount of day. So equal feminine, equal masculine energy. So just a lot of harmonizing our energies right now and a lot of harmonizing in our connections. So I think it's all good. Finding equilibrium and harmony through love. Let's see. The first house is where Aries is in the zodiac wheel. So first house is about the self. So when I woke up this morning, I had the song, the Michael Jackson song, Man in the Mirror, playing in my head. And it just reminded me of the energy coming up with this full moon, where it's asking us to really take a look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what do we need to change in our lives? What do we need to create? What do we need to manifest? Where do we need to create a shift? What's working for us and what's not working for us? And how can we start taking action to create positive change? So yeah, that was a powerful message that came to me this morning. What else can I tell you? Communication is a really big energy coming up, and I can see that in the cards here. This is communication that is going to help bring this energy of harmony and equilibrium and balance into our connections, and it's going to bring about healing, and it's going to support us in releasing tension and conflict and differences that we've been struggling with within our connections, and help us transcend that and heal that and end that and move into this whole new era, like I was saying, this new dawn that is really being ignited with this Aries moon. So yeah, communication is really huge and very healing. And it's also connected with breakthroughs. So there is a mystic rectangle. I'm not an astrologer. I just enjoy researching and dabbling. So I hear there is this mystic rectangle, which is extremely rare, taking place with this full moon. And this mystic rectangle is going to support us in breaking through blocks, mental patterns, emotional patterns, that ego, monkey mind stuff, the things that hold us back and prevent us from moving forward. And, you know, Aries is all about taking that action and moving forward, implementing plans. And so those things that we've wanted to move forward with but haven't had the courage to do, this is going to help us to do that. So I feel like that pretty much sums up the main energy surrounding this full moon. So I think with that, I'm going to leave it there, and then the cards are really going to express all of this in a much deeper and more clear way, and how it's affecting us and our connections with our twins. So with that being said, I think I will turn the camera towards the cards, and we can start to dive into this absolutely amazing, beautiful reading. And I just feel so honored to be the one that gets to share it with you. I just am like in gratitude to Spirit right now for bringing forth these beautiful messages. So with that said, I will turn the camera towards the cards and we can dive into the reading. Okay. Get things centered here. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So as far as the decks that I am using, I have my usual Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. So this is the blue, well, these cards here in the center that are representing the energies taking place. And then I have on the outer edges here, clarifying the energies, we have the Good Tarot, and that is by Colette Baron Reed. And then let's see, at the very end, I will be sharing an oracle card for advice and guidance for us. And I am using the Crystal Mandala Oracle, and that is by Alana Fairchild. And then I will also do a romance message for us from the Divine Love Letters books after I read through the cards here. And I think that covers all of the materials that I'm using for those of you that are interested. So keep in mind as you are receiving this reading and taking in these messages that this is a Twin Flame Collective reading. So this is looking at our entire soul group and what the predominant energies are in our soul group right now. I will say that I do see union energies. So union is happening for some twins, and that's amazing and beautiful and exciting, and I feel like we all can celebrate that. I really feel like this Aries full moon is like this ignition point that is sparking a huge wave of unions which is really exciting. And the message that Spirit was giving me with this reading was that this is the Aries full moon, and so this is like this ignition point, this launch of this new era, this new dawn, and this new wave of unions that is coming in. And Aries is the first house in the zodiac sign, so over the course of like the whole next zodiac cycle, these energies could be playing out. So I feel like you know where you are in your journey, you know if these energies really resonate with you, you know. Otherwise, if you feel like you're in a place where union isn't happening for you, this will be an upgrade. So your connection will be upgraded and moved to a whole new level. So everyone can benefit. There's beautiful messages here for everyone. I just want to make it clear that some twins are at that place where they are ripe and ready and union is going to happen. And then for others, it's the initiation of the wave. And it could happen over the course of through 2018 and into 2019 up until a year from now is what I'm getting. So I just wanted to share that because I know it can be challenging when you see union messages all over and you know that you're not in that place or it doesn't happen. So just honor where you are in your journey and know that it is perfectly divine timing, and where you are is perfectly where you need to be. And regardless, we are all getting an upgrade. We are all moving into a new beginning. We are all part of this beautiful ushering in of the new earth that is happening. And so it's just really powerful times that we are in right now, and it's just very celebratory. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. And I do offer private readings, so if you do want to see what the energies look like for your specific connection with your beloved, then I would be happy to support you with a private reading, and we can look at these energies and see how it looks for your unique connection. And if you do want to check that out, my website is twinsinunion.com, and I will also post information in the link or in the description box below. All right, so that all being said, I will start with the divine masculine energies. And so the divine masculine energies are on this side, divine feminine energies are on this side, union energies are in the center. Something else I feel guided to mention too is, since we are in this equilibrium balancing kind of a place with our energies and with Libra and the equinox, you may, if you are a feminine, maybe some of the masculine energies will resonate with you. If you are a masculine, you may find some of the feminine energies resonate with you. You might find a little bit of both resonating. So just take what resonates and keep in mind that we are all really balancing in our energies right now. Okay, so I think that covers all my things I wanted to say before I dive in. So I will start with the masculine, and I asked Spirit, what is the divine masculine thinking in his mental space regarding his connection with his beloved feminine? And so 2 cards came up. And so the first card that came up is 3rd chakra, Archangel Shamuel. And I feel like this is a perfect energy for the divine masculine, especially with this Aries full moon, because 3rd chakra is that power center where we take action. It is that masculine energy. And 3rd chakra is our confidence and our courage and our self-esteem and our self-identity. So I feel like when the divine masculine is thinking about this connection, it's really igniting his 3rd chakra, and he's thinking about it from this place of clarity and confidence and power and courage, and just elevated self-esteem. I'm really feeling like this power and strength and drive. It's like that Mars energy that just wants to like move forward and is ambitious and wants to make things happen. And I feel like this is part of this beautiful upgrade energy. This is, for so long doing these readings, I would just feel energy from the masculine that was really struggling with confidence and really struggling with self-esteem and really struggling with his identity and who he is as a soul and who he is as a divine being, and struggling with that aspect of himself within this 3D matrix, and how can he find who he is within the craziness of the world and all of the conditioning around that. So I just feel this power and confidence and strength coming through with this third chakra energy. And Archangel Chamuel, he actually is an angel that is associated with the pink ray of love. And so I feel like the Divine Masculine is really thinking about this connection and thinking about love and thinking about romance and thinking about it from this perspective of confidence and clarity and strength. So this is really beautiful. And Archangel Chamuel also supports us through divine trials. So I feel like this is this energy that it's like the Divine Masculine is up against, where he knows that he's in a place right now in the connection that is going to require a great act of courage and strength, and taking action from this place of power, moving through this divine trial that is asking him to really tap into the power of his spirit. The third chakra is also strongly connected to the higher self, and I see this golden halo around Archangel Chamuel's head there. So I feel like it's like he's really connected with his higher self as well as with this power center in his third chakra area. And that's another beauty of this time that we've had in hermit mode, because we need to pull back and go into the cocoon and retreat in order to hear the messages of our higher self, to hear that higher guidance, and to really connect with and remember who we are, and feel that energy of the truth of who we are as a divine sovereign being moving through us and guiding us. So really beautiful energy here. And then the other card that ties in with this beautifully, we have another archangel here. So this is very beautiful energy, very elevated, very high vibrational energy in the Divine Masculine's mind and his mental space and his thoughts. And so Archangel Gabriel with the fifth chakra is coming up here with Archangel Chamuel with the third chakra. So this would be like the throat chakra, and we see Archangel Gabriel's throat is illuminated here in this card. And so this is that chakra of communication, of expression, of how we express ourselves, and doing so from that place of authenticity and truth. And it's also associated with our willpower and with making choices, and making choices that are based in the higher will of our higher self, of source, and being aligned with that energy when we make choices and when we communicate. And so expressing ourselves from that place and from our authenticity. So really beautiful energy. So what I'm getting here when we put these cards together is that the Divine Masculine is really wanting to take action that's related to communication. He's really thinking about this, thinking about action, and this action is speaking his truth, communicating his feelings, opening up and being authentic with his twin. So very powerful, very beautiful. And with the 37 and the 39, the threes here are representative of communication, of the Trinity, of the building and expanding and growing of the connection. And with a 7 here, this is a reminder that you are on the right path, you are on your spiritual path, you're headed in the right direction. And you, with a number 9, you are being called to this higher level of service. You're being called to this higher spiritual truth. And so this is a 10, which is that energy of completion. And this adds up to 12, which breaks down to a 3. So more energy of building, expanding, growing, communicating. So powerful energies, and I pulled a clarifying card just because I wanted more clarity from Spirit of like, okay, what exactly is this action and communication related to? And so the card that came up is 2 of water. So this is like 2 of cups in this deck. So this is about the 2 twins coming together and having this face-to-face conversation, or if you're at a long distance, it might be through text or Facebook or social media or whatever means of communication, phone call. But yeah, this is beautiful coming together, and this 2 of cups or 2 of water water is emotion. And so I feel like it really is connecting with the feminine and talking about how he feels and wanting to bring more balance and harmony into this connection, and that he is thinking about union. And usually I'm looking at these 2 fish here, and it's just like, I think that we have felt like we've kind of been moving in different directions on this journey. You're not seeing eye to eye, and one twin's like, oh, I'm going over that way, and the other twin's like, well, I'm going that way. But now it's like they're both turning around and they're coming together face to face, and they're seeing eye to eye, and they're getting on the same page, and just reconnecting in this beautiful, harmonious, balanced way. 2 is a number of balance here with the 2 of cups. So really beautiful energy to clarify this action he's thinking about taking and this communication that he's wanting to have. It's related to union and coming together face to face, having this conversation. So I love that. Just like I said, I was just blown away by this reading. It's really beautiful. So what is the divine masculine feeling in his heart at the time of this full moon? And the card that came up was indecision. It came up in reverse. So he's really feeling decided on something. He's made his decision. For so long, it's just been this vacillation and feeling at a crossroads, and I don't know which way should I go. I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to approach this. I don't know, what is this connection? Just what do I do? Where do I go? How do I deal with this? And now the decision has been made, and there's no more confusion. There's no more vacillation. There's no more back and forth, in and out, hot, cold, wishy-washy energy in his heart. The decision has been made, and there's this red cloak on this person in the card, and red is that energy of fire and passion. That's why I felt inspired to wear this red top today, just because it's like that fire and that passion and that drive and that ambition, and no longer just standing here looking at which path should I take. It's okay, I'm ready. I know I'm taking this path. I'm moving forward now, and I'm not questioning it anymore. I'm ready to like take this forward, which is that Mars energy, implementing the plan and moving forward with it, getting into action. And this is a number 8. So 8 is a number of moving forward powerfully, of moving towards success and abundance. And 8 is the infinity when we turn it on its side there. That harmony and that equilibrium and that balanced energy flowing back and forth between the twins. And so the clarifying card that came up with this was 6 of Fire. So this is the energy of success, victory, and it's also what I'm getting with this and with these two cards together, like with this decision that he has just made. There's this feeling of the divine masculine. He's really clear on the connection. He's really clear that his divine feminine is the one. And with a 6 of Fire, he feels like he wants to acknowledge her. He wants to see her like in the sense of validating her. He wants to validate the feminine. He wants to acknowledge her. And this number 6 is another number of love and harmony and balance. And so I just feel like there's this confidence in his heart as well, where it's just having a realization, having an aha moment, and really recognizing that he is needing to step up and be strong and be in his truth and really acknowledge and value and see the divine feminine, where she has felt unseen for so long and invisible or not noticed, or just that energy of making other things a priority. And now it's like putting an end to the suffering, the pain and the anguish for both twins, for both the masculine and the feminine, through acknowledgement. And I feel like it goes both ways, where the feminine is acknowledging the divine masculine as well. I see you, I hear you, I acknowledge you, I embrace you. And being in that energy, and really being in that energy of acknowledging that, acknowledging each other, listening to each other, validating each other, and really bringing this healing and harmony and balance into the connection so that it can be successful and victorious, and that there can be forward movement and no more wishy-washy back and forth confusion and indecision going on. So really powerful energy in the heart. And I'm just looking at this red cloak again, and there's a lot of red and orange in this 6 of Fire as well, which is that first chakra and second chakra. So red is like that first chakra energy, which is about finding the common ground and creating safety and security and stability, and being in that warrior energy really strong. And with the orange, that's the sacral chakra, which is connecting with others. That's the energy of the connection and the coming together. So yeah, beautiful energy showing up in the masculine's heart. So then I asked Spirit, what comes to mind when the divine masculine thinks of his beloved feminine? And this is where I really was just blown away. I'm still like in awe. So the cards that came up, they came out together. Yin, Yang, and Door to Romance. So the short, quick message here is that when the divine masculine thinks of his feminine, what comes to mind is union and new love, opening a door to a new beginning in love. I feel like this card in this deck reminds me of the energy of the Ace of Cups, where it's just opening up the heart and feeling this beautiful energy of love overflowing and wanting to open this door to romance, to have this passion and this sensuality and this connection and this intimacy. And the other thing that blew my mind when these two cards came out is I realized this is a 22 and this is a 33. So we have two master numbers here. And so this is the 11 and the 11 added together is 22. And the 2 and the 2 together are 4, which is the energy of grounding and balance and structure and stability. And then the 33, let's see, and this is also the master number of the builder. So this is about creating and manifesting and building something. And the 33 is the master number of the master teacher. And the 3s, again, are representing communication and collaboration and teamwork and building and expanding and growing. And the 3 and the 3 together add up to 6, which is that energy of balance and harmony and love. So finding that stability in this love, divine love connection. And yeah, this yin yang, this is what I consider my union card in this deck. And we see the feminine energy with this white paisley swirl, and she has her fiery dot of masculine energy within her. And then we see the masculine paisley swirl with this fiery orange-red swirl, and he has his cool yin feminine energy within him. And so they are each whole and complete within themselves. But then when they come together, it's like, wow, it's that ignition of the third energy and like this cosmic explosion of the third energy that comes in. And it's why twins are here, is to take that third energy, to take this powerful connection and bring it together so that we can ground the divine love template within the new earth, and we can be the conduit for that, for grounding all of this divine light that we're receiving. So this is just so amazing. And to bring in this beautiful divine love, union and new beginnings in love, the door opening to this whole new era where I just get this sense that it's the end of suffering, the end of pain, the end of conflict, the end of all of the tension, the end of all of the differences, and moving into this beautiful new era, ushering in this new earth. So, yeah, it's just so powerful. And then the clarifying cards that came up were also very powerful, and I felt like there were two that popped out, and I felt like one went with one and one went with the other. So the clarifying card that came up that I felt went with this union energy here was transformation. So what I feel like this is saying is that the divine masculine wants to completely transform the connection and transform it in a way that's through healing and through communication and through the coming together of the two twins and transforming it into this new beginning. So it's a rebirth energy where it's the death and the rebirth. It's the death of the suffering and the confusion and the conflict and the heartache and the pain. And so he really wants to transform that, transmute that, and release that from the connection so that there can be a beautiful coming together into union, into harmony, into balance, into oneness. And then the clarifying card that came up with, that I felt fit with this door to romance, was the Ace of Water. So again, like I was saying, I was like, oh, well, that's just so perfect. And just like how I see this card is like the Ace of Cups. And so this would be like the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Water. So it's a new beginning that is very heartfelt, that is very emotional. It's a renewal of love. It's a rebirth of love. It's a resurgence of love. It's this resurgence of this passion and this heart opening. Like I was saying, I feel like this hermit mode energy that we've been in September has really supported the divine masculine and being able to get in touch with his feelings and feel his heart and open and soften the heart, and to really be able to see the truth of how he feels about his feminine and this connection. And I'm just noticing this big pearl that is in the seahorse's tail here, and just how this journey, this ascension journey, this twin flame journey has cultivated so much wisdom within each twin, within the feminine and the masculine. And so it's like taking all of the spiritual work, the inner work, the shadow work, the healing work, all of the pain and the suffering that we've gone through, and everything that we have transmuted and released. And now it's like this culmination where it's all of that has brought us to this beautiful pearl of wisdom and spiritual knowledge and spiritual growth and spiritual understanding. And now we are ready to elevate all of that and transmute that, transform that into a new beginning. This is like she's got all these ashes in her hands, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And so we go through these cycles in our ascension, and so through that we've gained so many pearls of wisdom. So yeah, just absolutely gorgeous energies. And I'm remembering now too, as I was shuffling and pulling these clarifying cards for the yin yang and the door to romance, and I was just repeating the question to Spirit, please give us clarity on what comes to mind when the divine masculine thinks of his feminine. I could feel my energy and my vibration just like rising to the point that I started to get tears in my eyes, and I became very emotional, and I was just like laughing and crying at the same time. It was just like my vibration just went through the roof. So, and I feel I was really picking up on the masculine energy when I was tapping in and saying, please clarify what the masculine is thinking when he thinks of his feminine. And yeah, it's like one of those things where you're just like, is this real? Like, I'm pinching myself. Like, can the energies really be this amazing? And so, and I feel like just me saying that is kind of a nice segue going into the feminine, because I feel like the feminine is still struggling with some energy of doubt and uncertainty. So I think as I start to go into the feminine, then that will make more sense. But yeah, it's just so amazing that these energies are here in our soul group, and we've just done so much work and we've come so far, and we've gained these pearls as we've been moving through this journey. And I just think it's like we're seeing things come to fruition and things manifest, and it's like so amazing. I can't even like put it into words. There's like no words for it. It's just so beautiful. So here we are. It's like the energies of destiny are here. Like, I'm feeling that. And I just feel us being ushered into this whole new vibration. And it's just so powerful. Whew. So, with that being said, I will move over to what is going on here with the feminine. And so I asked Spirit, what is the feminine thinking regarding her connection with her masculine during the time of this full moon in Aries? And so the card that came up is Man Holding a Heart, which I thought was so beautiful. So what the divine feminine is thinking is she's thinking of him in a very romantic way, and she's thinking about how she's ready for this man holding a heart to show up and to come into her life and to open his heart and express his feelings. She wants him to express how he feels and to really acknowledge the love that he has for her. And she has been patiently waiting for that for so long. And so this is occupying her thoughts. And she's also thinking about what's holding him back, what's preventing him from coming forward and opening up his heart and expressing his truth. And so, yeah, I feel like this is just some of the thoughts that are circulating around in her mind. And just seeing the leaves in the trees here makes me think of autumn. If you're in the southern hemisphere, maybe it could make you think of spring with like blossoms starting to pop out on the trees. But since I'm in the northern hemisphere, I automatically went to autumn. And just, yeah, I just feel like the feminine for so long has wanted to know that he is holding this heart for her. And here it looks like there's a heart. I don't know if that's like a heart that's just falling out of the sky or that's like in his pants. But for some reason, when I saw that, I heard wearing his heart on his sleeve, even though that's his pant leg. But yeah, like she wants him to open up and express how he feels and just acknowledge the love that he has for her. So she doesn't have to be in this place of confusion and doubt and in that energy. And this is a 45, which adds up to a 9, and this is the 9th month that we are in right now, September. And 4, once again, is that energy of the 4th chakra, the heart chakra, opening up the heart. And the number 5 is a number of coming against a challenge and transforming that, transmuting that into a positive change. So I just really feel the divine feminine wanting to have this positive change and transformation in the connection through him opening his heart to her and being vulnerable and saying how he feels. And the clarifying cards, there were a couple of cards that fell out, and then for some reason I felt guided by Spirit to continue to look at the underlying cards on the bottom of the deck. So I'll start with these two, and then I'll go into the other cards. So clarifying the man holding the heart, we have King of Water and Two of Fire. So I feel like this king, he is a mature energy. He is an evolved energy. He is wise. He's got this gray beard, so he's like that old soul. He has been through enough to become this wise, elevated soul who has mastered his mind and his emotions. So the thing about the King of Cups, or the thing about the King of Water in this case, is he has a really big heart. However, he can withhold what is in his heart and be more, there's balance that can be thrown out between his head and his heart. So I just feel that the divine feminine is seeing the divine masculine as still, that she knows that he loves her. However, he is not fully revealing that yet. And so this Two of Fire is that energy of being at that crossroads and wondering. And so I feel like this is that doubt of, is he going to come forward and express what's in his heart, or is he not? And the two, like the head heart energy, and just guarding or protecting or not revealing what's in his heart. So I feel like that's just part of how she's seeing him. And but ultimately what she is wanting is for him to come forward and express how he feels, and just have this is the Ten of Water, which is that emotional fulfillment. And like when you just look at this Buddha and his big smile on his face, like utter complete bliss and joy, and just the ultimate emotional fulfillment. Like she's really wanting that. And this is the Ten of Earth, so this is the commitment, the long-term, stable, solid, real deal commitment that is the family and life partners and marriage, or whatever that solid commitment looks like. And so then we have the Temptation card. So I feel like this Temptation card is like saying that the divine feminine is thinking about that she wants him to reveal his feelings. She doesn't want to be in this place of wondering which way is this going to go, what's going to happen. She wants the emotional fulfillment. She wants this long-term commitment and this stable, solid partnership. However, with the Temptation card, it's like that part of her that feels like, you know, it can't happen. It's not real. It's not going to happen. Like just that part of her that's just going into that place of fear and doubt and uncertainty. And am I ever going to have this? Is he ever going to open up? And just feeling like it's just questioning it, and it's just not going to happen. Like she's just ruminating in her mind about all of this. And so like I said, I feel like that was really heavy for the divine feminine in the month of September during that Virgo energy especially. And so I felt guided to pull a surrender card, because I just wanted to see, you know, what can the divine feminine do to help transcend these thoughts of just like, where is my masculine? When is he going to come forward? When is he going to open up his heart? When is he going to share his feelings? When can we have this ultimate shared emotional fulfillment between us, and this shared beautiful long-term committed partnership between us? How can I really believe this is going to happen and not sink into these places of fear and doubt and uncertainty and all of that mental monkey mind stuff? And so I asked for a surrender card, and the card that came up is Surrender Obsessive Thinking. And if only it were that easy to just, you know, be like, oh, okay, I'm just not going to obsessively think. But yeah, it's challenging. And we have to remember in this journey too, is when we are going through these periods of purification, we're purifying and purging stuff out of our emotional body and our mental body. So I feel like there's been a lot of clearing happening for the mental body in the Divine Feminine. It says, if you are obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So whatever methods or practices that you turn to help you move into that place of surrendering to Spirit, and just if it's affirmations or mantras or meditation, whatever works for you, being creative, spending time with your pets, getting out in nature, whatever that is for you that can help quiet and calm your mind, and just return you to that place of the universe has my back, Spirit is working on it, my guides are working on it, we are co-creating this, I am supported by angels and guides. And I think for the feminine, it's really easy for us to just feel like all this pressure and like it's all weighing on our back, and like we have to make it happen and we have to do all the work and blah blah blah, like just all of that patterning in our mind. It's just time to surrender that and reconnect with Source, reconnect with our Spirit, reconnect with what brings us joy and passion and fulfillment, just in those little ways through the things that we love and appreciate in our everyday life. And just trusting that everything is coming together. I mean, look at this. This is just like unbelievable. It's just so mind-blowing. So again, it's like this interesting duality, and you know, how we're kind of polarized. So just, I feel like this is part of what we're breaking through with that mystical rectangle. We're just busting through and breaking through all of these like thoughts that are just like, it's just not going to happen, and is this real, and I don't know, blah, 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 all of that. Just let that go. It's not serving you. It's not serving your union. And I know, like, I've been right there myself. I know I've been like circulating and all of that. So it's, you know, it's a practice, and it takes a lot of, this journey cultivates mental mastery and emotional mastery, and it is a process. So be patient with yourself if you are in some of this monkey mind stuff and disbelief and doubt and all of that. And just remind yourself how amazing these energies are that are available in our collective right now. Okay, so what is the Divine Feminine feeling in her heart? She is feeling journey. So I feel like this is the Divine Feminine in her heart, continuing to feel like this journey is worth it, and to continue to feel like she can keep moving forward. She can keep putting one foot in front of the other. And even though it's like all dark around her, there is this divine light shining down and showing the path. Even if she can only see, you know, this far ahead, she's moving forward in that faith and in that trust. And she also has her little lantern here. So she has her own spark of light within her, divine light. And she's trusting the higher power that is shining light and watching over this connection. And she's just taking it one step at a time. But she, in her heart, she still really wants this. She still wants it to come together. She still wants to believe it in her heart. And so there's like I was saying, this head, heart energy where the Divine Feminine, in her heart, she knows she's wanting to continue to move forward on the journey. She's wanting the union to come together. She's wanting this to manifest. But in her mind, she's struggling with this obsessive thinking of, is this ever going to happen? Doubt, uncertainty, fear, anxiety, worry, whatever. So, yeah. And this is a number 2. So, lots of 2s. And this is reminding me that 2 is that number of balance, and it's also the divine partnership. And when I got done pulling all of these cards, I looked at the clock and it was 2:22. So again, just keeping in mind that this is a journey and it's a process, and it's unfolding in its divinely guided, divinely ordained, divinely destined way. And so yeah, and I also just feel like for those divine feminines that this reading is like really hitting home and resonating, I feel like some divine feminines are going to be planning a trip to see their masculine. And so this is the divine feminine going on that, like a literal kind of a journey of traveling. And this adventure, keeping this mindset of seeing the journey as an adventure, and even though we don't know what lies ahead, it can be scary sometimes, but sometimes not knowing what lies ahead is part of what makes it exciting and adventurous, and being in that kind of a perspective. So yeah. Yeah, I just feel like there's no need to just give up on this journey. Just keep going. I just feel that strongly. And like I said, just look at these masculine energies. It's like it's really happening for a lot of twins right now, where union is real, union is happening, and it's coming, whether it's now or within the next year or whatever. So clarifying this journey card for what is in the feminine's heart, we have the Fool. So this is just really reiterating. Sometimes I see this card as the Fool card in this deck. So I was just like, wow, okay, this is the divine feminine feeling like taking the risk. This is the divine feminine feeling like taking the leap of faith. So whether that's just taking those baby steps and continuing to move forward on the journey, or getting in your car and driving a long trip, or booking a flight to go see your masculine, like, take the risk, do it. And there's risk energy with this full moon. So if something comes up, an opportunity, then don't question it. It's divinely guided, and go for it. The Fool is the Fool because the Fool chooses to believe when there's no reason to believe. That's why the Fool is the Fool. The Fool chooses to trust when there's no reason to trust. The Fool keeps moving forward even though it's dark and they can't quite see. They're just like in that place of like this 0 point energy here with a 0. It's being completely open to all of the possibilities and allowing this new, fresh journey to begin. And I feel like this is the divine feminine embarking on a whole new journey in her connection, where it's upgrading to a whole new level, and she is starting all over at the Fool. And this is the ascension journey. We start as the Fool, and then we move through all of those major arcana, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor. We move through all of those energies, and then we come to completion with the World. And like with that full moon in Pisces, we just had major completion. And then it starts all over again. We start a whole new cycle. So in her heart, the divine feminine is ready to have this new cycle begin. She's ready to embark on the journey on a whole new level after this initiation, this upgrade, and her heart is open and ready and pure and just, I'm noticing her white dress here, and it's just like having this buoyant, light heart, this pure heart. She has felt so much pain, so much heartache. She's released so much. She has done so much healing work. And now it's like this fresh, renewed energy moving through her heart. This very youthful energy. This girl looks rather young. So yes, I think that's beautiful energy here showing up for the Divine Feminine. So really keep going into your heart and releasing whatever monkey mind stuff is going on. Let the full moon support you and having that breakthrough and moving through that and really feeling this beautiful, fresh pureness moving through your heart. Okay, so what comes to mind when the Divine Feminine thinks of her Divine Masculine? And a couple cards popped out for this. And we have Healer of the Ages and the Thinking Man. So with the Healer of the Ages, I feel like this is the Divine Feminine thinking about how she does want healing to come into this connection, and that she is thinking of the Divine Masculine really coming forward and having this conversation, opening up his heart, sharing his feelings, and this will be very healing for her and for him and for the connection. And we see these twin flames here behind him. And just look at his heart, how his heart is open, his heart is illuminated, his third eye is illuminated, his crown chakra is illuminated. I feel like this is like the Divine Feminine seeing her masculine as an awakened masculine. And the masculine is awakening. This is this new dawn and this energy of awakening that is happening for the Divine Masculine. So when she thinks of him, she's thinking of him in this light and thinking about how she wants to bring healing into this connection. And then with the Thinking Man, when she thinks about him, she thinks of him really getting clarity and working with his higher mind and tapping into that high priest energy. And when you look at how he is looking at this clear quartz crystal, and clear quartz crystals are about clarity. So I feel that when she is thinking of him, she is perceiving him as taking time for himself so that he can step back and get clarity and get perspective on the connection. Yeah, I feel like those are the main messages coming through. And with the numerology, we have the 51. So 5 representing change and transformation, and it's through this healing conversation, this healing journey, this coming together, and opening up and sharing our hearts, that's going to bring change and transformation that's positive within the connection. Healing, communication, and transformation. And then the 1 is the divine sovereign being, and each twin is a divine sovereign being, and really being in that energy of wholeness within ourselves. And the 5 and the 1 is the 6, which is the Lovers, the balance, the harmony. So like I was saying, this full moon is really bringing in communication that is going to help heal the connection and heal both the masculine and the feminine and really restore that balance and harmony. And then we have the 46 here. So 4 representing the balance once again, and really grounding this connection, really grounding the union, really making it tangible and giving it actual physical structure. And then another 6 here for the Lovers and that energy of balance and harmony. And we have 10 when we add the 4 and 6. So I just feel a lot of energy of 10 is like that conversion point. So it's the like 12 o'clock on the clock. It's like the point where it's like coming full circle, but then moving into the whole new beginning. So the divine feminine is really thinking about how she wants the divine masculine to get clear and come forward, and for there to be healing and transformation in the connection. And so I pulled clarifying cards for these as well. And so for, let's see, yeah, for the Healer of the Ages, I felt like this 7 of Air really went with this. So yeah, that's the card that goes with that, I think. So with the 7 of Air, it's a card about taking risks. And I feel like it ties in a little bit with this Journey card as well, where it's like taking the risk to have this conversation, which 5 is about challenges. And also with this 7 of Air, it can be a card that is about like energy of deceit, but the way that I look at it is more of just like, especially in the twin flame connection, where it's like just not revealing your feelings. And like the divine masculine for so long, he has not been really open and overt and expressive about his feelings. So when I see these 2 cards together, I feel like this is the divine feminine, one thinking about how she would like the divine masculine to take the risk and come forward and open up his heart and express his feelings, take off the mask. You can see this character has like a mask on their face. Take off the mask and open up and express his feelings and stop like hiding and withholding. And you know, it does create like this deceptive energy because we can't see the truth when he's constantly withholding what is inside, right? So we don't know, and it can create that kind of energy, but really it's just the feelings are there, it's just not being revealed. So it's like she wants him to take off the mask and come forward and bring forth the truth of how he feels. And this is going to be very healing for her and for him and their union. And then for the 3 of Fire, we have the Thinking Man, or for the Thinking Man, we have the 3 of Fire as the clarifying card. So this is basically, I feel like what this man is thinking about is the future. And this is a card about making long-term plans and being on the right path. And I also just sense that this is the divine feminine wanting the divine masculine to get that clarity and take things forward into the future, into a long-term plan. Yeah. So lots of cards with this one. This is a powerful one. Okay, so union energies. So the energy of the union for both twins is Magician and the Mirror. So with this card, I just feel like this is that co-creation and manifestation, and starting to really ground our unions and make it real in the physical earth plane, where we have been working so hard and doing all of the spiritual work, and now it's time to take all of that and really put it into action, and really manifest and create. And if you look at this magician, he has this cool, watery yin energy in this hand, and then he has this fiery orange glow in his other hand. And so it's like he is balancing this energy of the feminine and masculine, like how I was talking about Mars and Venus aligning, and we are in Libra, which is balancing the scales. And so here, depicted in this card, we see that energy within the union. And so it's also the third energy of the feminine and the masculine coming together. That is manifestation, that is that power of the third energy, that is co-creation. And in order to manifest and create anything, we need both the feminine energy and the masculine energy. The feminine is the spiritual energy that reaches up to the heavens, connects with source and the cosmic energies. And then the masculine is the grounded energy that takes that vision, that spiritual awareness, that awakening, whatever the vision is, the creative idea, and then grounds it into physical matter. It's the alchemy. It's taking the gold and making it into lead. Taking the spiritual union and making it into physical union. And we can't have physical 3D earthly union without bringing in that masculine energy that is the drive and the force and the creation and the action. You can have all kinds of ideas and all kinds of visions and all kinds of creative inspirations swirling around in the ethers, but if you don't have the masculine energy to really take all of that spiritual energy and pull it together and ground it and birth it into physical form, then it can't manifest. So it's the masculine and feminine coming together in order to really manifest. And then we have magician and the mirror. And like I was saying, when I woke up this morning, I heard Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson playing in my head. So this is us taking that time to look within ourselves, to see our own reflection, to see our reflection mirrored back to us from our twin, and to really get that clarity about our future and manifesting this union and how we want to move forward together into the future. And this is a 53, so 5 once again is coming up against that challenge and transmuting it and creating positive change from it. And the 3 is that communication, that collaboration, that teamwork coming together and making it happen, making it manifest. And then 8 is the success, the abundance, the powerful forward movement into the future. So yeah, and he's got this infinity. I don't know if you can see that. There's an infinity sign above his head with the number 8 there as well. And so the clarifying card for the union energy was the Emperor. So like I was saying, the Emperor is that masculine energy that's the grit, the determination, the drive, the hard work, the sweat of grounding this union, manifesting this union. So both twins are taking on some of this Emperor energy in order to manifest, where it's like they're both saying yes to this union, and they are both saying yes to wanting to put in the hard work and wanting to do whatever it takes, and wanting to work together, wanting to collaborate together, wanting to upgrade and up-level this connection to a new beginning. And then 4 is, again, that number of the physical realm, the earthly realm, and stability and balance and structure, and something that's solid that you can physically touch. So again, just really beautiful, powerful energies here. And I just see so many twins starting to come into union, and this is just like this wave that's being initiated with this full moon, and it's just really, really exciting. So good things are coming. Good things are coming. So that wraps up the energy cards, and now I will share our romance message. And let's see. So these are from the Divine Love Letter books, which are available for purchase on Amazon. And so I've got 2 volumes here, volume 1 and volume 2. And what I did was I added up all of the numbers in the reading and came up with a final number for which letter to read in the book. So the number that I came up with is 139, and this is volume 1, so I will start in volume 1. Letter 139. It says, "Hey babe, I want you to know that I am totally working on it. And by it, I mean us. I mean getting myself ready to be everything that I want to be for you. I want to be in the right place to give you the dream life, the dream house, the dream everything. You deserve the best, and I want to give it to you. I'm not going to look after you. I'm going to look after you every single day for the rest of our lives. Stick with me, please. I promise I won't let you down. I promise I will come for you. I promise I will make you mine until the end of time." So I just felt like that was so perfect for the energies that were coming up through the reading, where it's just like, Divine Feminine, please stay on the journey. And this Emperor energy that's coming through of just putting in the hard work, putting in the effort, making it happen, being determined to make this manifest. So just trust. And as the Divine Feminine, we have that strong intuition, that strong inner knowing, and that is such a valuable tool for us to be able to see beyond the surface, to see beyond the actions and behaviors of the masculine, and to go deeper, and to just really know that what we feel and that intuitive knowing is the truth underneath it all. So he is asking for patience and letting us know that he's working on it. And part of why it takes so long is this wanting to get it perfect, wanting to give the dream. And it's because the love is so expansive and so big that, it's this idea of being his best version so that you can have and be with the best version of who he is. He wants to give that gift. Okay, so letter 139 in volume 2. "My baby, oh, how I want to hold you in my arms and never, ever, ever let you go. I want to feel you against me, my arms around you, cradling you and holding you close to me. I want to kiss your forehead and caress your face with my hands. There isn't enough time in the world or words in the universe to describe how insanely in love with you I am. Every cell of my body is yearning for you, calling out your name. I physically ache to be with you. I feel like I have withdrawal symptoms when we are not together. I want you to be in my heart, soul, and mind forever. Luckily, that is exactly what we will be, the eternal flames burning brightly for each other forever. So I feel like that just perfectly describes this pain of separation that we've been feeling, and just also how I was describing that how the masculine falls in love through the distance. And that is that longing and that aching and that desire to have the physical. So, yeah, just a beautiful message. Okay, so let's wrap up with a final oracle message to give us guidance and advice from Spirit. So for the Divine Masculine, the card that came up is number 11, which is an awakening number. And it is Archangel Gabriel, which is very interesting because we have Archangel Gabriel showing up here where he's thinking about this communication. And it says Archangel Gabriel and turquoise, safe to be seen. And this is a Crystal's Angel card with number 444. So I will read from the book just to give us more insight into the advice here for the Divine Masculine. It says, we bring you the gift of safety in being seen. Over lifetimes, you have loved the earth, returning again and again to serve humanity, liberate the human soul from fear, and spread a message of love. You have spoken truths, shared messages, and inspired many. Yet, in your visibility, sometimes you have felt misunderstood and vulnerable. You have been admired and loved, but at times also feared and attacked for the empowering message you brought to the world. In you, there is a memory of this, and although you wish to share your light with the world again, there are times when the thought of being seen does not feel safe. We are here to let you know that you are protected in divine grace. It is safe to open up to your inner knowledge and to share your message with the world. The light in you is stronger than the fear. It is time to shine fearlessly and bright. Old souls know only too well that fear will not hesitate to destroy love if given the chance. You must not let fear do this to you. You have a choice. Through the loving power of your forgiveness, you give yourself freedom from past pain, even pain from other lifetimes that isn't entirely clear to you, and the opportunity to begin afresh with fearless, vibrant, loving truth. You have many loving words to share and a higher consciousness to be. This oracle comes to you with a message. It is safe for you to be seen. This oracle brings you guidance. You have already had these experiences in the past. You do not need to continue having them. You have decided that no matter what, you shall be in the truth of your inner light. You have developed the strength of knowing your own truths. So you are ready to be seen. You shall not be cast down. The love in you is stronger than the fear, rejection, doubt, or resistance in any other. You have no need to convince anyone of anything. You just have words to speak and truth to be. It is safe to be seen for who you are. Let go of fear and take the next step on your life journey now. Whoo! Oh my gosh. I can feel like all this heat rushing through me with this card. Divine Masculine, your feminine loves you very much, and now I'm starting to get emotional. She's so ready. She is ready to hear you. All right, deep breath. Your divine feminine is so ready to hear you and embrace you. So it is safe to speak your words, to speak your truth, to speak your heart. And the whole world is ready to embrace you. So it's time to cast out the fear and let love win. And just shine that beautiful light that you have inside of you. That beautiful soul. And you are safe, you are protected. You have so much divine protection around you, guiding you. So really listen to your heart and trust that. And just know that you have the strength, you have the confidence, you have everything within you to make this happen. And you can have this new beginning. Start this new journey with your feminine. So it's really beautiful. Okay, I need to take a drink of water. Okay. Whew. So for the divine feminine, the advice and guidance is number 44. Sacred Pleasure with Goddess Bastet and Cat's Eye. And so we had 11 for the masculines card, and this one is 44. So more master numbers. We have a lot of support here from Ascended Masters. And then this is a Crystal Goddess card with a number 888 on the bottom there. So I will read from the book. For the Divine Feminine's guidance, we bring you the empowerment of sacred pleasure. It is said that the spirit had to be enticed into the body to give up its complete freedom and willingly take an experience of limitation that could lead to divine growth. It needed the deal to be sweetened. So, music was created. Music that could only be felt and expressed through the body. Now I just lost my place. There we go. Spirit jumped in like a flash, and life was created. There is more life that can be created in you and your world. Although there are undoubtedly struggles as a natural part of opening up more to life, there is divine sweetness too. That is the gift of sacred pleasure. This is the pleasure that gives you joy in your aliveness. It is innocent, sensual, and life-affirming. It is time for you to receive more of this. The oracle says it is time to put a little sugar in your bowl. So what I'm feeling with this card is I feel like this is connected to some of these thought patterns that the Divine Feminine has been having circling around that she's releasing, where it's just like, it's almost like this conditioning that's been like subconscious, and I feel like it could go into past lives, it could go into her childhood, but it's this patterning of feeling like the pleasure, the joy, the bliss, the fulfillment, that it's just never going to come. And so I feel like Spirit wants the Divine Feminine to really open up to her joy and her pleasure and her sensuality. I feel like for some Divine Feminine, this card may be relating to preparation for sacred sex with her beloved, and preparing for that. So for all of the Divine Feminine, this is about connecting with that sacral chakra. This is that area below our belly button where our reproductive organs are, and that is the seat of our emotions, and that is the seat of our pleasure and our joy, and just opening up to that more and more in your everyday life and within this connection, and realizing this can happen. The pleasure is there for us within this twin flame connection, and I feel like it's just like the feminine working so hard, doing her spiritual work, doing her shadow work, doing her inner work, doing all of these things to try to manifest union. And one of the key things that helps manifest union is being in our joy, and it's so easily lost when we are so focused on, you know, the nitty-gritty hard work and clearing and purging, and it's not easy. It's really challenging to do that spiritual work. And I think Spirit is giving us this reminder that part of our spiritual work is joy and play and sensuality, and that's that feminine essence, and just getting in touch with our inner child and remembering those parts of us that know how to have joy, that know how to have fun, that know how to just experience the pleasure of life itself. And it's easy to want to just meditate and astral travel and kind of like space out, and to not want, it's so, okay, this is really interesting. I just have to say really quick. Okay, well, I'll finish that thought. But it's really easy to want to space out in a meditation and escape the earth plane. And I think my feeling is that all twin flames are star seeds. And when we are star seeds and we incarnate, just like the passage was saying, it's like we resist that incarnation of our spirit moving into the limitations of a physical vessel on the earth plane. And so it's like we resist that. But this is saying to enjoy the juiciness and the pleasure of what it means to be on this earth plane and in this human experience, and just like, you know, bite into like a fresh juicy peach, and that peach juice just like running down your arm, and just like those sensual pleasures, like the smell of a rose, just those little things that can just raise your vibration and help you remember why you chose to be in this lifetime, in this body, in this experience, and just cultivating that every day and not forgetting to feel the pleasure of being alive and how beautiful that is. And Goddess Bastet is associated with the feline, with the cat, and we have cat's eye. And the neighbor cats have just emerged, and I had a cat walking around in my yard and then a cat across the street chasing after something. I don't know what. And so I just thought it was so interesting. It's like all the neighborhood cats just decided to come out. So think about a cat. The cat is about being independent, but it's also about being playful. And we think of the cat like batting at the mouse or batting at the yarn ball, or, you know. And like, I just enjoy watching my neighbor cats. Like, they'll just bat at like little butterflies, or they'll try to catch like bugs. And they'll just be like in this bliss of like the backyard is this exciting jungle, you know? So take some time, Divine Feminine, and remember the simple earthly pleasures and the things that connect you with your body that you enjoy, dancing and stretching and yoga and just walking in nature, connecting with Mother Gaia, being creative, singing, listening to music you enjoy. Just make that part of your spiritual practice, and that is so key to manifesting union, is balancing out the joy and the pleasure and being in this life experience with the spiritual hard work of the healing, the shadow work, things like that. So, wow, that was like a big channeled message that just came through that card. So, sacred pleasure. Make it something like a sacred ritual. Light some candles, put on some music, do some sensual massage, whatever just makes you feel alive. Just really get in touch with that. Okay, so, wow, this was quite a reading, and I just want to thank you for being here with me today and sharing these beautiful energies with me. I hope that it brought you clarity and guidance in your own journey, and if you would like support, you can visit twinsinunion.com, or I'll put links in the description box below as well. And yeah, I'm just wishing you all a very beautiful, powerful Aries full moon, full of breakthrough and awakening. So take good care. Bye-bye.